It was the country store, and they tore it all down. They put a Home Depot, put a grocery outlet. But that's what it used to be. This is the route I take whenever I don't want to hit the main road. This is the road I took. I call this the old school chalkboard, and I'll tell you why. I took a picture of it one time, but they always cover it up. Always. But every time, they come back and write. Crazy, right? Anyway, this actually goes behind certain stores. That's what it does. It goes behind certain stores. Oh, dude, there's a dude with a dog. It goes behind certain stores. That's the route I take because, like I said, I'm trying to avoid traffic, trying to avoid cars and stuff like that. But it's a different route than you guys are used to. I always show you downtown. This is actually close to Union Gap. Union Gap used to be a crappy place back in the day. Really, it was. It was like a one-horse town. Prejudice like crazy. Still is prejudice, but they're trying to upgrade. But what they do is they go and they have upgraded in respect of their stores. And they I'm gonna have to go in here sometime and check it out. Harbor Freight. I heard they got a lot of tools in there, so. And this is another spot I used to go to back in the day. I used to go there. This one right here, Goodwill. That's where I would go. Just to see what kind of deals they got, but they're rip-offs, dude. I don't want to mess with them. And then, of course, there used to be Five Guys coming up. I used to come here, so this was my route in the back areas. Hi, everybody, whoever's joining in. This is the route I would take in the summertime, and then I'd go here, and I would go to Five Guys, and Five Guys was right here. I gotta buy creamer for my coffee in the morning, so that's where I'm headed, to Safeway to go. Oh, let's see here. Who is all here today? Hello, Paulina Mercado. Hello. How you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, this used to be Five Guys, and they permanently closed. Five Guys. They were pretty good. They're closed now. They're gone. And like I said, they were pretty good. All their equipment's gone. Everything's gone. They just vamoosed. But they were pretty good. I like their burgers. They were actual smash burgers. But hey, now we're hitting the main line. We're hitting the main road. We're hitting the main line here. That's where you see all your damn cars. All your traffic. And this is why I like taking the back roads, because it's not so noisy. But this is the main road from Union Gap to Yakima, so it's highly traveled. But all this stuff is new here. None of this stuff was here before. It was old buildings and beat up and shot and whatnot. They upgraded. But yeah, this is the main road. There goes the bus. I would have caught it, but I'm not trying to catch it right now because I am going to go to the store and get me some creamer for my coffee. That used to be lumberyard. That used to be a lumberyard. And if you notice how things happen, what they do is they go and they hook up their relatives. So whoever owned that lumberyard was able to secure a good amount of cash because the Yakima County Sheriff's Office bought it. which means it was guaranteed money. Which means, you see what I'm saying? But now it's the Yakima County Sheriff's place. But it was a lumber yard at one time, a while ago. Look how busy it is here. You see that? Mass busy here. It's so crazy because years and years and years ago, my brother and I would kind of run away from home. We were little kids, man. 13, 14-year-old kids. And we'd come up here to Yakima. You know, we'd run away from home and come up here to Yakima. And I remember, I'll show you. All this is new too. No, that one right there used to be a burger ranch, but now it's a Dragon Sushi and Teriyaki. Sushi is big here in Yakima, I guess. But yeah, this is all refabricated buildings. Used to be a different kind of. There was. It's crazy because it's changed a lot. It really has. You know, this place is really booming. Sushi. I'm not a big sushi guy, and I like to make my own teriyaki, so I won't go there and eat. But it's been hopping. I've been hearing good things about it. I'll never buy mattresses or furniture from those guys again. Their furniture looks good, but it's crap. Anyhow, so there's Safeway. That's where I'm going to get my creamer for my coffee. But that right there used to be over there. That store right there, honestly, used to be over there. So what they did was they had the old store and they were building the new one, that one you see right in front of you. And it was funny because there was this really pretty girl that worked at that one, the old Safeway there. And I mean, she almost looked like Salma Hayek. That's how pretty she was. So I asked her out. And of course she turned me down, which is fine. But I was glad she did. I'll tell you why. Later on, I seen her again. And she would talk. I mean, I'd go in there and shop still, and I'd talk to her. I mean, you know. Anyway, her fiance bought her this diamond ring. And I was young then. And, you know, I always learn by listening, catching the vibes and whatnot. Anyway, she went and she showed me her engagement ring. And this is what she said. She goes, "Oh, really? Just arrogant. Yeah, the diamond, I don't think it's big enough, so I don't know why he bought me this little diamond." I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." And I told her, I said, "Thank you." And she was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "No, thank you." I said, because we would, like I said, we would talk after, because I don't have no hard feelings ever. But I told her, "Thank you." And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I asked you out one time, and you turned me down. And now the way you're describing that ring to me, I'm so glad you did." Here, before I go in the store, I want to show you guys something real quick here. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but it happened to me, so I'm going to share it. But here, check this out. Anyway, what I was saying is that I really was glad she turned me down. I was really happy she turned me down after I seen that. Because, you know, you can catch the vibe from people. Okay, so I got to show you this. Now, this is going to sound crazy. Some of you are going to probably shake your head or whatever. But I gotta share this with you. Like I said, if you guys watch my videos, you'll see I have some serious impacts of this town living here. So, let me show you something real quick here. So this building over here used to be a church. It used to be a church. I don't know if you can see the style of it or what, but it's right on the corner. And it was a church at one time. The church was so old, they actually had, oh look, they try to graffiti here too. But anyway, the church was so old that they actually had those, here, I'll let you look at my shadow there. It looks like I'm talking to you. But they actually had the old metal chairs where the seat would come up. And then they had the wood behind it. So it was a pretty old church. But Gary and Dorothy Forgy were the pastors of that church. And Gary, his father-in-law actually bought that building for his daughter, actually, for it to be a church. I'm talking years and years. I'm talking years ago, you know. Now, what happened is and he let me come there and speak from time to time. I mean, he would. He hated me for about 10 minutes because he was indulging into an arena of crazy stuff. And it was during his service that I jumped up and I said, "Hey, dude, come on, knock that off." And he looked, I knew him, I knew him. And he looked at me a little upset. But the people turned around and looked at me. I said, "Yeah, quit doing that, man." I told him. And I won't get into the stuff he was getting into because it's pretty popular. I don't know if people still do it to this day, but I told him, "That's not of God, man. Knock it off." I ended up walking out, and you know what happened? Honestly, the whole church followed me out. But I told them, hey, I'm not telling you guys to follow me. So don't even step out of the building. What I'm telling you people is you need to start reading your Bible so you know what's in there and what's not in there. So when people try to tell you that it's in there, and it ain't in there, because they were asking me, "Oh, where do you pastor? We'll come in." I said, no, I'm not telling you to do that. I don't want no followers. I just know Gary, and I know he's venturing into, well, Gary hated me for at least 2 years. And I don't want to say hate like a vigor, intense hate, but he was disgusted at me. Okay. Well, the funny thing is, he ended up being a director of a mission called Calvary Mission here in Yakima. It's closed down now. But he ended up being the director. And I ended up at that building by accident. I did not know he was the director. But I'll make the story short because I got to go in here and get some creamer. But he goes, and someone invited me there. So I was volunteering. I didn't know he was the director, but I was volunteering. And then the lady from the office asked me if I'd done office work before. I said, "Yeah, I used to work at a college." And she said, "Oh, well, can you help me? I need help in the office." I said, "I'll help you." So I'm helping her in the office, and I'll tell you, I was quick. She loved it. So then the office door opens, and there's Gary. And Gary looks at me. He says, and I thought, "Oh my God, I got a cold sweat down my back," because I thought he was going to yell at me or something. He said, "Hey, Charles." I said, "Oh, wow. Hi, Gary." And he said, "Hey, would you step into my office for a second?" I said, "Oh." When I was a kid and I was asked to step in the office, that means I was in trouble. But I thought, why not? I'll go in. So I went in and I sat down. He said, and he shook my hand. He said, "I want to thank you for something." I said, "What are you thanking me for?" He said, "I was trying to follow something. And you stood up and you rebuked me and it didn't let me follow the lie." And I went, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, I thank you for that." And I was like, "Oh, dude, cool, man." So he ended up asking me to be an assistant director there. So I was. For a minute there, I was assistant director at that place, which was really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so here we go. Anybody else saying anything? Let me see here. I didn't get it right away. I'm in the sun, so it's kind of... Anyway. Boy, Michael watches a lot from... All right, let's get it. Okay. Interesting, right? Trying to make this quick so I can get out of here. Let me grab some tortillas because there's always time for tacos. crazy.
Oh no, your this one's card only.
Oh, okay. Cool.
If you have your club card, please enter phone number.
Refresh your hair care routine and earn 4 times points.
Card has been accepted.
Match your hair from Tresemme and Dove shampoos to Garnier Fructis and L'Oreal Everpure conditioners. For a quick and easy clean, grab Dove Men 2-in-1. Stock up on your favorites in the health and beauty aisles and earn 4 times points on hair care essentials. Restrictions apply. Promotions may vary.
If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Pay.
Attention service desk. 2 0 0.
If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Pay. If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Pay.
Let's get it one too many times. I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
Select item to order. Please wait.
Yes,
Is
this
on the
is
way.
that's a
Credit.
premium.
Thank you so much.
29. Void successful. How many store provided that? Your total is, please wait. System processing. Follow the instructions on the pin pad. Please remember to take the
Well, there we go. Now we're out. So I was just thanks guys. Little spell of no words there, but that's Shapeway. You're from a different area. That's the kind of stores we have here. Anyway, I'm on my way back, so yeah, I just need a creamer. See, I gotta have a coffee with my creamer. Well, creamer with my coffee, or either one. So, because I need that, I have to get it. I mean, I could drink it black, or I can drink it with just sugar. But preference-wise, gotta have creamer. Anyway, I was telling you that Safeway used to be there, and it was. But they built it over there now. And I used to live in this area. My dad owned the trailer court in this area, so I lived in this area for quite a while. And I know all these grounds. This Yakima's, well, the Yakima really isn't that big, guys. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't that big. It really isn't. It's it's really small. Compared to most places that I've lived, it's tiny. This is like small, tiny, nothing, if you will. But anyway, this is the dilemma. And the bus already went by, so now I'm about to wait for another one. But I don't mind. Yeah. Safeway gas station, of course. Well, yeah, it's a pretty big lot. I mean, if you look at it, it's a huge lot. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I am enjoying my day today. It's very nice. It's very, very, if you will. And hi to everybody. Hi to all of my subscribers. If you're watching, if you're listening, hello. And if you're new, welcome. If you're new to the thing, welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm not even joking. You know what I mean? I appreciate the subscribing to me. I appreciate all that. Anyhow, I got a lot of planning to do. A lot. I got to get ready because I'm moving out of the area. I'm gonna have a storage here with my stuff in it, but I'm gonna be moving to another area, a bigger town. You know what I mean? And most people will say, you know, whatever they say. But I mean, I'm kind of tired of. I'm not tired of it. It's just I don't like the politics of it. You know what I mean? The politics, all that stuff that they have in small towns. It's terrible. So bigger cities, they have more of a. If you bust your tail, they basically afford you what you're worth. They like that. You see what I'm saying? Like here, for here in these smaller towns, the ratio of half-butted workers is tremendous, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm good. I wasted 2 years at a place. I don't want to say wasted, but they paid me. You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is my plan. I gotta go to the college tomorrow. If they enrolled me in college, then I'll be here for a minute. But if not, I'm gonna head to the bigger city and leave my stuff here in Yakima, and then work up there, and then put my money away till I can open my business. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll see what's up. I'll see what's up. Right now, I'm on my way home, so I'm just waiting for the bus. It's kind of nice. It's a nice day today. A little windy, so it's got a little bit of a coolness to it, a little briskness to it. But other than that, I don't know if you can see it. Look how sunny it is, you know. But we're nearing that. And this place, I'm telling you, this place gets hot. Yakima don't play around. Yakima gets hot. I mean, in the summertime, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad for these trees when the sun's out, because it'll block the sun from hitting you. It'll give you shade, which is nice. But other than that, like I said, I'll probably be around here on my days off, because I've got friends here, you know, so I got to come visit. You know what I mean? And the Greyhound, it don't cost that much. I think it's like what, $29, $32, something like that, and it's only an hour and a half trip. So really, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Then people say, why don't you get a car? Oh, I will. In time, don't worry, I will. I had a car for, what, 20 years? So I'm used to cars, guys. Believe me, I've had cars. I've had brand new cars. I've had old cars. I've had cars I had to fix with Band-Aids and duct tape, straws, and whatever else. You know, I'm kind of glad my dad actually taught me about cars. because I was able to fix any car. I didn't matter what was wrong with the car. I could figure out and fix it, which was kind of cool. And it's funny because my dad would be on the side of the road fixing the car, and we would watch him. Us 5 little kids would watch him. Then when I had my little ones, and I told their mom, I said, look, when we have the means to get a new car, I don't want to work on cars anymore. So we're gonna get a new car where the only thing I have to worry about is putting gas in. And that's what happened. We literally got a brand new car. I mean, that year, which had never happened to me before. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the heck out of it. That car's sitting in North Dakota right now. I gotta find a way to go get it. But anyway, other than that, nothing else going on. Like I said, I'm gonna bust tail to make my dream come true. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a heck of a sacrifice, but I gotta do it because nobody's gonna do it for me. Now, yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's gonna be a lot of work. I know. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm kind of hoping the college does enroll me. I'm hoping. I'm gonna go check tomorrow and see if I'm enrolled. I'm gonna check and see if I'm enrolled in that class or the classes, and then I'll just stick around here and go to school and interact and all that junk. I'll do all that. I remember. Okay, so let me share this story with you guys. This is a crazy story. I think I'm gonna write a book entitled with 10 short stories and 10 poems, or maybe 20 short. I don't know, 10 short stories, 10 poems, and call it 2020. I'm gonna do that, or 20 short stories and 20 poems, and call it 2020. I think that's what I'll do. But you're gonna love this story. My brother's wife at the time, I don't know if they're still married. They're married for a long time, but I don't know if they still are. But she, they always felt sorry for me. I don't know why, but they always did. They always felt bad for me. They always felt sorry for me. And so I don't know how she did it, but she enrolled me in a class, and it was called CAD. CADD, CAD. Computer Aided Drafting and Design. She actually did that. And it had to do with art, she said. It has to do with art. And I thought, oh, wow, okay. So if it's got to do with art, I love art. I'm an artist. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. So I went to the class. Holy cow. I mean, my God, it had to do with calculus and all that junk, and I don't know anything about calculus. So I freaked out. And generally back then, when I would freak out, I would just leave it alone and run. I wouldn't even mess with it no more. But as I was running away, I saw student services, and I thought, well, why don't I go in there? So I walked into student services. I said, hey, man, you know, when you first go to college, you take a test. They want to see where you're at. I said, I don't know anything about algebra. I said, I don't know nothing about algebra. I said, what do I do? And the lady looked at me and she goes, oh, just drop the class and take a beginning algebra class. That way you can learn about. I said, well, I can do that. She said, yeah. I went, oh my God. Well, let's do this then. So I went and took beginning algebra, and I remember the teacher's name or the professor's name. It was spelled S-C-H-U-T, which was Scott. That was her name. And she was an amazing teacher because I learned a lot about algebra from her, and I caught on to algebra. I was like, oh my God, I like algebra. A negative and a negative make a positive. A negative and a positive make a negative. Anyway, I remember that. The other one, that PEMDAS. Please excuse my poor Aunt Sally. I remember that one too. You know what I mean? So I continued to go to the class. I continued to go to that class. And like I said, you know, it didn't have anything to do with art. CAD had to do with the... Now, if I'd have stayed in it, I'd probably be, you know, sitting pretty right now, working for some company, whatever, what have you, you know. But anyway, so like I said, I enrolled, and if they enrolled me or they accepted my application, I'm gonna check tomorrow. And if they did, fine. If they didn't, I got other things I can do. But anyway, I'm sitting here in Yaks, waiting for the bus. I bought an all-day ticket so I can travel all day. And it's like I said, it's really not that big. But I got some nice kicks on, and I don't want to walk in them too much, so I wear them down. But they pretty nice. Adidas, gold painted. I like them. I got them for $7 at Ross, believe it or not. I know how to find good deals. I didn't find any deals today. I did go today, but I didn't find any deals. Anyway, so looking forward to the adventure I'm going to get into next. Yay! I'll tell you what, my life is never boring. I'll tell you that right now. My life is never ever boring. I met this girl. She's pretty cool. She is. She's pretty cool. She's a pretty good cook too. She's a pretty good cook. But anyway, she's got this goofy dog. I'll have to videotape her sometime if she lets me. But she's got this goofy dog. I mean, this dog is just goofy. And for some reason, he likes the heck out of me. I don't know why. But he likes the heck out of me. He's always jumping on me and you know, lovingly biting me and whatnot. And yeah. But anyway, we always hang out. We always cook for each other. Like, I'll cook her a meal. She'll cook me a meal. She'll come to my house. I'll go to her house. You know, she lives with her mom. I live by myself, so, you know, I ain't got to worry about anybody saying anything. She lives with her mom, so she said, well, you can only come here when my mom's not here. I said, okay, that's fine. So her mom works for the DMV, so her mom's gone from 9 in the morning to 5 or whatever. So I'll go and I'll eat, and then I'll head out. But like, she cooks pretty good. She cooks pretty good. But so we hang out. Oh, we played volleyball the other day. I couldn't believe it. I said, hell yeah, I'll play volleyball with you. I love volleyball. And then we played pool last night. And of course, I'm way better than her. And she's funny to me though. But she's not bad. She's a pretty good pool shooter. But she's not as good as me. So I go easy on her. And, you know, anyway. Darts too, because I got a dartboard. I don't know if you guys ever seen the video where I'm throwing darts. I got that dartboard, so we'll play darts too. And anyhow, so I don't know. She hasn't contacted me today, so that's cool. But anyway, this is Yaks. This is that's downtown where I usually walk that way, and you guys see me. That's the part down that way, past that way, and that way's Union Gap. That way's Union. Oh, here comes the bus now. I hope. Maybe it's number 9. It'd be nice if it's number 7. I'll see. But anyway, so this is Yaks, guys. Yay! We're here. We're enjoying it. I hope if that's number 7, I gotta catch it. I hope that's it. If it's number 9, I think it's number 7. It looks like number 7. I think it is number 7. Why, lo and behold, it is number 7. And I've got the darn all day, so I'm straight. Send down the ladder and... Yeah, it's number 7. Woohoo! So I'm out. I'm out, guys. Anyway, this is the all-day ticket. See that? That's an all-day ticket. You pay $2, and you can ride all day, which I don't mind. Like I said, Yakima ain't that big. Yakima really isn't that big. It's kind of small, actually. Anyway. I really miss my cousin Tim. He died. From COVID. I really miss him. He was a really, really good friend. Being a family member, he was a good friend. He was a really good friend. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it off because I'm getting on the bus, and I don't know if people like videotape on buses, so I'm gonna cut it off. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll talk to you later.